You guys know that video I made recently about the new fake skate park in New York City? In case you haven't, for some context, the city of New York built this mysterious park under the bridge in the middle of bumfuck. There's kind of no reason you would end up here. It's right next to like the sewage canal. It's not designated as a skate park, but it has smooth ground, stairs, perfect ledges with coping, even these little launch ramps. I mean, come on. This thing looks like it was designed for skateboarding. Oh, it's really windy. Windy, windy, windy. I'm just waiting for the wind. Bruh. It's really windy, yo. Fucking cardboard just stuck to me. Well, as more and more skaters have been catching wind of this place and pulling up, I've been seeing clips on Instagram with what appear to be some fucking sick DIY obstacles. I mean, there's even a fucking Euro gap. Only skate parks have Euro gaps. Now that there's DIY obstacles here, I'm like questioning if the city's gonna complain of liability and come take these obstacles away. In fact, 𝓇𝒽𝓇, who goes around New York City popping curbs and DIY obstacles like this, who I believe is responsible for all the new obstacles here, posted an Instagram photo of this obstacle saying tomorrow until it's gone. And that was back in October. So I was super nervous waking up to make this video that the obstacles would be gone, but they're still here. I have more to say about these DIY obstacles in this particular fake skate park and whether that turns it into a real skate park and what this means for New York City urban planning. But first, I'm so excited to start skating this shit. It looks so much fun. Let's have a session. And we got my man Ross in the house.
What's poppin'?
Swapping out the wheels.
I gotta get these hard wheels because my soft wheels don't f***ing grind.
Can't be grinding on the soft wheels. Let's get it. Back at it.
Yo, is this bolted in the ground? I can't move. Weird.
Yo. Dude, I think it's fine.
Yo, what are these things built with?
This is professional design right here.
Top quality.
Why did I battle that? That was ridiculous. Now let's move on. I thought about it.
Yeah, no.
I'm not there yet. the flaws of this park is there's a lot of construction going on. It just got super dusty. Ross just put his mask on and I feel particles entering my lungs. It's not good. But what a fun, beautiful skate park other than that. These DIY obstacles make this park way more fun. I'm having an absolute blast.
Oh no.
No.
There's like heroin needles down there.
So I am super glad that these DIY elements were put here. This session is insanely fun and I am loving this skate park. And that's right, I did just call it a skate park. I think these DIY obstacles push it over the line of being questionable into the real skate park territory, whether or not the city has designated it a skate park. This is a skate park. I mean, you think about places like Blue Park, Tompkins. These are two of the most cherished skate parks in New York City. And I think it's because a lot of skaters like it this way. We like skatable parks that are integrated into the city, not fenced off in the outskirts of town. We like when the skate park kind of feels like it's a part of the city and it's like real life. It's not this separate, fenced off, professionally designed skate park. We like that little bit of grit. We like being in the city, skating elements that represent the streets. And I totally agree. It feels good to be at places like this. The city has done an incredible job. I'm sincerely hoping that they allow the DIY obstacles to stay. This is really a great use of public space. And I'm less interested in like, does this count for street clips and things like that? I'm more interested in this topic because I think it's fascinating urban planning and city design. Like we're under this bridge. You might as well make it as pleasant as possible and make a space that people can use and have fun in, and I'm certainly having fun skateboarding and making this video. So I'm really glad this is here, and these little elements, they go a long way. Think about how crowded Blue Park is and Tompkins Park is. People are skateboarding, they're happy, they're exercising, having a good time. When cities have things like that, it's good for the soul. It's good for people because it's good for our mind, bodies, and souls. Let's skate a little bit more and then I'll give you my final thoughts. We're gonna cap off the sesh getting a little bit buck. I'm not in the most mood to get buck today, but I'm just gonna do an ollie and a half cab. I haven't half cabbed anything this big. What are you gonna try, sir?
I think I'm gonna ollie and front shove, maybe video heel. Ooh, we'll see. I don't think anything fakey though.
Word.
I don't know.
Let's get it.
Let's get buck.
So while I'm really stoked the city put this here, one mistake they did make is putting a pebble farm right next to the skate park. Never a good idea. Never a good idea.
I don't need no problem. No, I just want sunny sky. I cannot live without you by my side. Don't give up, don't you give up on me. Don't give up, don't you give up on me.
That felt really cool.
Don't you give up on me. Don't give up, don't you give up, don't you give up.
Half cab down a decently sized gap is surprisingly fun. It was like hard at first, but once I got the feeling, I knew I could pull it off. And it felt really cool for how simple of a trick it was. So we take our wins where we can get them. I'm stoked on that. So my biggest question since finding this place and frantically trying to get a street clip before I thought they were gonna knob it was like, did New York City just accidentally build a skate park, or did they kind of know that this was a skate park? So obviously signs are pointing to the fact that they knew this was going to be a skate park. However, I did some digging and I could not find a single official recognition of skateboarding in this park. However, I did recently find out that Rampage skate shop out in Connecticut was hired to install the coping on the ledges. And in that Instagram post, they said this was a multi-use space for events, food trucks, and now skateboarding. So despite not finding any official endorsement of skateboarding in this park, that's enough evidence for me. And honestly, I'm proud and stoked on New York City for such a thoughtful and inclusive city planning design. Like, this is really beautiful. I simply love the idea of a multi-use space. It's kind of like what I experienced in Copenhagen, where you can skate throughout the whole city on obstacles that everybody is using. There's no reason that a skate park needs to be in a fenced-in area. It can be open and integrated into the city, and I think it's more fun and beautiful for everyone that way. It just feels better. Extremely stoked that New York City is doing this. I think that we are moving in the right direction in terms of including skateboarders in urban planning. My small advice would be no more pebble farms next time, and also put these in more areas. Like, don't just put them under the dusty bridges where we're gonna constantly hear these trucks, smell sewage, and get dust in our eyes and lungs. It's not that pleasant, but I will say it's definitely making the best of this space. Overall, pretty freaking awesome. Stoked on New York City. Oh, and I also think this place is lit up at night. Some lights up there, so that makes it even better. Yo, before I forget, I recently re-released these 𝓉𝒽𝓇 windbreakers. Jager actually modeled for them, and I'm gonna be putting the discount code FAKEPARKS for 20% off. So if you're watching this video, you could get one. I got my zoom lens on, so I can't really vlog, but just to explain to you guys how fun this park is, I gotta bounce. I gotta like go do some work, but I'm staying longer than I intended just because I'm having so much fun here. This is like a post-sesh, full-blown curb sesh. I just realized how goddamn fun this thing is. So we're gonna do a few slappies. I'm zoomed in, baby.
Slappy time.
Shout out to New York City for this one. Let me know what you think about this skate park in the comments down below. Really appreciate you guys for watching. I post new skate videos on this channel every Friday, so make sure you subscribe. My life channel and my other social medias are linked in the description. Please hit like on your way out. It's hugely helpful. And anything else I mentioned throughout this video will be linked below as well. Peace out. I'll catch you next time.